Max, I have to declare bias here, say that the next act coming in now from your right is a stunner. A Douglas DC-3 and 3, now I say not 1, not 2, 3 Beech 18 twins. Never before seen in the United Kingdom, certainly not in Scotland, all the way from Switzerland as they come running through, wave, clap. This is the Scorrish International Airshow. Magnificent. That is astounding.
There's a holiday place. There's a holiday place.
I suppose it's safe to say you don't see that every day.
It's a freshly inside now.
I'm almost in tears.
It's a holiday plane, Daddy.
The immortal Douglas Dakota. You might know it in other ways. Lots of different names. The Royal Air Force and Commonwealth Air Forces know it as Dakota. The American Air Forces, of course, it was the C-47 Skytrain or the C-53 Skytrooper. Before that, it was the Douglas DC-3, a commercial airliner developed by Douglas at Santa Monica in California. It even was licensed, produced in the Soviet Union as the Missionov Li-2. A legendary machine, 10,926 built. Exceptional. Still loads of them flying. I love the line that I was told by an American pilot a long time back, and he said, you can wreck a DC-3, but you can never wear one out. Beech 18 is an executive airplane. Began production in 1937, and would you believe the last one left Beech's line at Wichita in Kansas in 1969, over 9,000 built. Look at this amazing formation. Got the hairs on the back of my neck going. It's incredible.
There's tears running down my back. It's bacteria. I've got to say, Ken, I was privileged to fly as a passenger on the Douglas Dakota with East African Airways way back in the 1970s, when they were used to fly passengers from Nairobi out to the coast of Malindi. They were still operating them right up until the early 80s. Wonderfully reliable aircraft, as you say. Very forgiving, a little bit noisy in the cabin, no pressurization of course, and a lot of the members of the air show crowd today may remember flying as passenger with Aer Lingus and British United Airways and BEA, and some of the post-war airlines used this venerable old Dakota as their first aircraft. This is quite something, this display.
It's exceptional. The Beech 18 with the red cowlings is being captained by Hugo Mathis, and he owns all 3 of the Beech 18s. And he's the man behind the concept of this incredible display. As the main formation moves north, the Twin Beech separated to show off this incredible machine.
Interesting, the T-tail, not a conventional rear empennage on this aeroplane, but more a T-tail, part of the design characteristic. The 2 rudders then very much in the airflow, and those 2 engines tightly packed alongside the fuselage, and that beautifully shaped wing you can see gave the Beech 18 its manoeuvrability and power and reliability.
And flying our singleton The yellow cowling is Philipp File Müller. He's ex-Swiss Air Force. He's a formation flying maestro. 10,000 hours logged while serving with the Swiss Air Force on such types as Vampires, Venoms, Hunters, F-5 Tigers, Mirage 3s, Hawks, and the F-18. And you're going to see an F-18 later.
What I think comes to mind, Ken, is nostalgia, isn't it?
Oh,
this is very nostalgic.
I have been so waiting to see this. Exceptional. Come on, folks, put your hands together again. This is astounding.
I can't help making mention of your connection with Flypast magazine, Ken. This is very much the material that Flypast built its reputation on. Must be great for you to witness this.
Oh, this is bread and butter to me. Absolutely superb. And all of our 40,000 loyal readers. Did I mention them before?
Well, we're witnessing the sort of passenger aircraft that were common in the 1930s and 40s. Today we might get on a modern Airbus or a Boeing 737. But in the old days, this is the type of aircraft that passengers would have made their way on.
Beautiful near wing over from the Beech there, very manoeuvrable machines. Started off as a corporate aeroplane, if you like, a 1930s Learjet. It became a warhorse, the AT-11, the Kansan, crew trainer.
It's worth mentioning, of course, Beechcraft are still making aircraft today. They make bizjets.
Oh, look at that! Dakota, DC-3, call it what you will, an icon of the skies.
Very famously used at the D-Day invasion of 1944 and the Arnhem landings, where sticks of parachutists would jump from the back, 20, 30 aircraft at a time. Anybody who's seen the film A Bridge Too Far, Saving Private Ryan, will recognize this aeroplane. They used in the film, and still 32 flying, and there's going to be a collection of them next year at Normandy. Over 30 Dakotas will be forming up for a celebration of D-Day. So date for your calendars there, June next year.
And the team Classic Formation come with a whole series of support people, one of whom is Jan Loscher. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Jan, and he's filming the event today, as they're very, very proud to have come all the way from Switzerland. And I know that you are as joyous as I am to see this incredible collection of wonderful radial aeroplanes.
They get those camera shutters contrasting. Get some pictures there as they come by. It's a very rare appearance, this.
So, the three Beeches, left to right, right to left, the DC-3.
I was amused this morning when we did our briefing, Ken. We had to do a time check and make sure all our watches were synchronized, and these guys said, "We're from Switzerland, we have Swiss watches." And that was the end of that, wasn't it?
Well, they were spot on to the microsecond.
To the microsecond. Very amusing.
Now, you saw with the global stars how carefully joining up becomes edging towards the three Beeches now in a tail chase to formate on, should we call it the mothership?
Worthy of note, this is the first time we've seen these aircraft in UK airspace, so they're making their debut with us in the United Kingdom on the airshow circuit, and we are privileged indeed to have them here up in air at the Scottish International Airshow.
Safe to say we've seen single Dakotas before now at Earth. We've seen Beech 18s across the country in ones, but 3 and 1,
Never
and
before.
put them together. And they're gently making a right-hand turn, coming again from the north, and got themselves into formation. I have never ever seen such a sight. Incredible. Everybody who has been involved in the formulation of the Scottish International Airshow, you are magic, bringing these wonderful, wonderful aeroplanes all the way for Switzerland for this sensational display.
Also the almost musical harmony of those radial engines 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's have a listen to that.
And the brake, look at that! And away go the Beeches. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, this is aviation magic.
Are they going away that way?